Hello, we've had a number of inquiries come through our law office concerning assignments, and so we decided to put this quick video together. Now, ordinarily, the legal presumption is that a contract is assignable. But that being said, you have to appreciate that when you sign a contract, you're doing two things. You're creating rights and obligations enforceable in a court of law. So the law generally accepts that your rights or interests in the contract can be assigned, however, your obligations normally cannot be. So hypothetically, if I go out and purchase a property as a buyer, I'm expected to close. If before closing I assign my rights to that contract to a third party, the obligations may not be absolved, meaning that if that new buyer fails to close in my place, I may be either jointly or severally accountable for that breach of contract. That being said, a couple of presumptions exist. So first off, like I said, the legal presumption is that a contract is assignable. When it comes to service contracts, these generally cannot be assigned. So as an example, if I hire Justin Bieber to come and sing at my birthday party, Justin Bieber cannot assign his obligations under that contract to Selena Gomez or anybody else. Justin Bieber will be expected to come and sing at my birthday party. So service contracts cannot be assigned. The next thing to keep in mind is that if your actual agreement says no assignment, then you bargain for that and you cannot assign your contract. Now, because we're talking about agreement of purchase and sales in the context of this video, that's what you need to kind of understand. If, on the other hand, you're talking about a lease agreement falling under the provisions of the Residential Tenancies Act, the actual legislation states that any sort of provision in the contract that bars you from assigning is unenforceable. And so in Canada we have parliamentary supremacy, meaning that an act or a piece of legislation that conflicts with the contract, the act will always prevail. So if you bargain for something in a contract that is for an unlawful purpose because it contravenes the actual legislation, then the judge or tribunal member will not hold you accountable to that provision because it is not enforceable in a court of law. The next thing is that if your actual contract states that there is an assignment fee and you bargain for that and you've agreed to that, ordinarily you will be required to pay it. So with a lot of these new developers, they say that there is no assignment unless it's granted, and if it is granted, it will be subjected to a $5,000 or $10,000 assignment fee plus legal and ancillary and everything else. If you've agreed to that and you've bargained for that, you will be required to pay that fee. Okay? So to recap very quickly, legal presumption is that the contract is assignable as long as it's not a service contract. You're assigning your rights, not your obligations normally. You should try to absolve those obligations to protect yourself in case the new person who's coming in your shoes is not able to fulfill their contractual obligation. Second thing, if the contract says no assignment, ordinarily. If the contract prescribes for a fee, you're normally obligated to pay that fee. Last thing, buyer's perspective, seller's perspective. If you're a seller, you don't want there to be an assignment, make it so that the offer is non-assignable. If you're a buyer, you need to be able to add additional parties because you don't know if your mortgage is going to be approved or you want the ability to sign the contract, put in an assignment clause. And if you're able to bargain for it, bargain for the fact that the obligations are also going to be absolved if and when a new person takes over that contract in your place, and should they fail to fulfill their contractual obligations, you will not be held accountable. If you need any legal advice, always give us a call. We hope this video is good information for you, but if any sort of questions or concerns come up, do call us, email us, we're always here to help. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.